Hey guys, James Wedmore here with another special question of the week from one of my fans and subscribers. And today is a very special topic addressing the question of how do you raise the bar to make better videos? So stay tuned. All right, recently I got an email from a fan and subscriber of mine who has a YouTube channel of her own, Haley Beauty 101. We'll make sure to have links to her channel below. And she sent me an email and I was just so thrilled to get her email and see what she is up to because I have a huge affinity for young entrepreneurs, the young people of our future who are already making a difference by living their dream and creating something for other people. And what Haley does is create makeup and beauty tutorials. She gave me a quick little description about herself. She says, I love makeup, fashion, and hair. And I love talking to people, interacting, and I also sing. I love everything girly. And I've been very talkative. I love pink and food and YouTube. And so I'm dedicated to do what I want to take it all to the next level. So that was so awesome. And here is Haley's question that she asked. She said, James, how do you make the best video possible so that people will want to watch your video? So Haley, thanks for the question, and here's the answer. First off, it's a great question to be asking. All too often people come to me and say, how do I make money with YouTube? Or how do I get views? Or how do I get subscribers? And it's such a better way to approach a similar area by asking, how do I make better videos? How do I make videos that people want to watch? And the simple answer is you just give people a reason to be worth watching. And that's what I kind of want to talk about today. And it's really about how I come to the table asking myself, how can I, or what type of content can I share that will get people excited and engaged? And it's really in those questions that you're asking yourself that you get to discover the answer. So the first thing I want to do for you to make that difference in your videos, step number one is to get extremely clear on what your audience wants. If you are someone like Haley and you do online video tutorials, you want to do the research and get super clear on what are the search terms that people are looking for. And I've gone over this in a million different videos, but what type of makeup tutorials are people looking for, right? Is it certain brands? Is it certain brushes and certain materials? I know nothing about makeup. But that's the first part, is doing the research. Now you can do the research in a lot of ways. You can put out a video and ask people, what do you want me to make videos about? You can search on other people's YouTube videos and look at the questions that they're asking. That's a huge indicator to get started. If you're a business owner if you're building a list, to survey your list, to ask them on Facebook or your fan page. This is a great way to get started. But there's another element I want to add here, another distinction. And it's not just about creating content. It's not just about content is king anymore. We've all heard this. It's now more than ever, so much about the way in which we deliver this content. It is the experience that we give alongside with the content. So Haley can give a video teaching someone how to apply foundation. But if she were just to talk and not do it and just say, what you would do is you would do this and you would do that and blah, 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 she's giving content, but it's not the best way she can deliver it, is it? The whole power of video is that we get to use this visual medium to demonstrate tutorials and how to. And this is what we're always doing with our videos, is say, you know, if we have information we want to share and teach and give to our audience, how can we visually share it? What tutorials, what demonstrations, if I'm talking about how to light a background, film me lighting the background, see it in action. And a lot of times we have to end up filming with two cameras because we're filming of how we're filming. But that allows to add to the experience. So there's two components here, just to recap. What the content is that you're sharing and how much value that will provide, and then the way in which you provide that content. How are you delivering that to your audience? And that's really the first step. The next thing, which I do in all my videos, and you should be doing the same, is when you start out your videos, you want to be really clear on what it is that you're giving them or teaching them and why it's important. So when you start out a video on how to tie your shoes, you let people know immediately. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to tie your shoes. But then you wanna let them know why it's so important. Because without this knowledge, you're gonna trip and fall and hurt yourself, right? People need to know the why, they need to know the benefit behind the information that they're learning. It's pretty self-explanatory. Now, what I did is I took some notes here about some of the things that I do, I take action on in my own life and my own videos in order to make those videos better each and every week. It's so amazing the comments that we get, and a lot of the comments that come in that make me really happy is, James, you keep outdoing yourself, or James, the videos keep getting better and better. And I wanna show you what kind of goes through my head in order to do that, to continue raising the bar, which everyone else should be doing themselves. Never settle, don't stop, always keep improving. The first thing is I look outside of myself and outside of my industry for sources of inspiration. I'm a huge movie buff and I love funny shows and sitcoms and not to mention YouTube videos from comedians and funny video bloggers and stuff like that. So I'm always watching their stuff to gather information and look for sources of inspiration. And I encourage you to do the same. Look outside of your arena. So for Haley, look outside of beauty and makeup for other creative people. Like go to a person who teaches guitar and see what are some of the elements that they use that you can incorporate into your videos. And then the other thing I do, which is extremely powerful for me, I don't know if it will be for other people, but in the experience it has been, is I plan, script, and prepare, which means I write and then I rewrite. I have an idea, I write it down, I turn it into an outline, the outline becomes a script, the script becomes better, I remove pieces, I add pieces, and I make it as succinct and solid as possible. Now a video like this was not scripted at all, I just gave myself a little outline, and you can tell with something like this, it's much more of just a conversation, just back and forth with the camera. But most of the videos I do, the ones that are really highly engaging, the ones that get shared the most, had a lot more thought that went into the execution. What I was saying, how the camera looked, what I did when I said it, what we cut to, the music we used, the B-roll, all that stuff plays an important role. And then the final element is kind of the icing to the cake of your video. We add a lot of these other elements that I just started mentioning, things like B-roll, sound effects, music, voiceover, animated graphics, and fun stuff like this. What this does for you is it allows you to keep people engaged, to create pattern interrupts, to keep people's attention, to keep them on their toes, keep the pace appropriate for your audience. And you'll see that with a lot of my videos. You probably won't see that with this one because this is a more straightforward video, but a lot of my other videos, there's always something happening about 10 to 12 seconds. We switch the shot, we add a sound effect, we add a funny little blooper or B-roll or something like that. And people always appreciate that because they find it both knowledgeable and entertaining. And I really think that's what it's about. Remember, share the content that your audience wants, what they're looking for, but then deliver it in a way that really is unique and provides an incredible experience. The more you plan, script, and write, the better you're gonna execute the video, and the more you add those fancy elements like music and sound effects and other special effects, the more you raise that production quality. So I wanna thank Haley for asking that question. I wanna thank all of you guys for listening to the answer. Don't forget to subscribe and support Haley. Anytime you find a young entrepreneur who has a dream and has a vision and is taking action on it, that is the most incredible thing in the world, and I absolutely love supporting that. So go give her some love over on her channel. We'll have the link in this video for you. And thanks again so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.
There are 5 essential videos that every online business owner needs. Do you have them? In this free training series, I'll introduce you to these 5 videos that can start working for you to produce more traffic, more leads, and of course, more customers in your business. Once you register on the next page, I'll show you exactly what to say in these videos, how to make them, and then what to do with them to get maximum exposure. And the best part, you can do it all without any prior video experience and with little money. You can't afford to ignore video any longer. Isn't it time you do it right? Click the link below to get started now.